My name is Helen Okon. This is Business Review Africa. Today our focus is on the unstoppable women in Nigeria, and we'll be speaking with Honorable MULIKAT ADEOLA, the former Majority Leader, House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your background?
Thank you. I was born nearly 60 years ago in Kaduna. Yeah, to a business family. Both parents are deceased now. So a polygamous home, for that matter, where love was all that we shared within the family, and a very close-knit family, despite the fact that, you know, it's a polygamous one. And I give that credit to my dad, because he did so much to make sure that the children bonded and that we loved each other. And that has helped us even after his passing. You know, we've been able to stick together, to do things together, to look out for each other. We're there. I schooled primary, secondary school, up to university in the north. I went to ABU. I read law. I left in '82 for the law school in Lagos, and from then I moved from Kaduna to Lagos. So it was in Lagos, law school, masters, youth corps, started working, you know, and then by the time it was 1998, they were talking about civilian rule again coming up and all that. I said, okay, maybe this will be the time for me to also, you know, show the little, you know, talent that I have, or something that has been, you know, burning inside me. Even though when I was in the university, I never took part as per contesting for any position, but I was always like a kingmaker. We were the ones to determine who won what, you know, on my campus. So I decided to join PDP after ensuring that was the party that I really wanted to, you know, belong to. It was the only party that was like having everybody across the country. It was Democratic Party. You know, it was the party that appealed to me, so I just joined PDP in Lagos. So after 1999, when we were sure that, okay, the civilian government has taken off and all that, I started thinking about what I could do. And I was always watching the program on telly, showing the National Assembly, you know. And I was thinking, what can I should be one of these people, you know, trying to do things for my people and all that. By year 2000, I had made up my mind I wanted to go to the House of Reps. So I had to go back. I could have contested in Lagos, you know, but I felt that we all know Lagos is a cosmopolitan city. There's nothing you would need in Nigeria that is not in Lagos. I felt my people would, you know, they need my services more, you know, than, you know, being in Lagos. And if I contest from Ogbomoso, nobody was going to ask me, oh, are you a Lagosian or something? There will be no question. Both parents are from there, you know. And so I went back home in 2000, and it all started from there.
Wow, interesting story. That's a journey. So let's look at how were you able to graduate with a law degree, you know, in considering the fact that child education in northern Nigeria was difficult task. How were you able to do that to graduate with a law degree?
I wasn't the first at that time, but I believe that my parents believed in education. They didn't see any difference between the male child. Fortunately, my dad, the first child, is a girl. The second, I'm the second, we're both girls, and everybody went to school. So there wasn't, and you know, we're Yorubas. It's not as if we're from the north, you know, where maybe they'll say after secondary school, come and get married. Some of my friends after secondary school got married. Some of them continued with their education. Some never went back. But that was not even part of their thinking at all. So it wasn't, my father wanted the best for all his children.
So at that time?
No, at that time, yeah, 1979, that was when I entered the university, 1979, I finished 82. So there were so many girls in my class, of course, and we girls were even part of the top ones in the class. So it wasn't, maybe it wasn't out there, the issue of girl child and all, or to families who were not educated, you know, because we had a lot of northern friends whom we were in school with, right from primary school days, boarding houses and everything, and they also, you know, came out tops, you know, in class. So these days, when that, I think, is the level of literacy among the old, you know, that has occasioned this issue of girl child education and all that. Or maybe we were just lucky that since we were living within the Kaduna metropolis, a lot of the people living there had access to education and everything. So it wasn't even, I wasn't even hearing anything about that then, you know, except for the few friends who were pulled out of school for marriage, you know. But
okay, let's go into politics. And you studied, you're a seasoned lawyer, and you started out as a banker. So what inspired you, even though you have mentioned it before, what really inspired you to go into politics and not practice law?
I practiced law for some time,
okay,
you know, but I think politics is a combination of everything. Because if you're a lawyer, you have to apply what you know as a lawyer in politics. If you're an accountant, you apply the same thing, you know. So it's for politics, there's no particular qualification to say, oh, you have to be this to do. For you to be a lawyer, for you to practice in court, you have to be a lawyer. But for you to be a politician, you can read anything. And then so you bring whatever skill or acumen that you have into, you know, that political field. But, you know, with politics, I don't know about other people. But for me, what inspired me, like I told you when I was in school, I never ran, but I was always particular about who won, you know, what position when we were in school. And I was like a rallying point for some of the girls when we were in the university. So, and you know, I've always looked forward to a Nigeria where everything will work as planned. Law-abiding citizen, people will respect the rule of law, there will be justice, there will be, you know, things, the level of education, the standard of living, where everything will be from one generation to the other. That has always been my dream for this country, to see things going the right way. So I felt that, okay, I was always comparing my place, Obomosho, like to Lagos, where I had lived. Oh, they need to have all these facilities too. They need to know so much. They need to be exposed. So if I represent them, I can bring so much, you know, to my people. For me, politics, service, position, anything at all is about people. It's about people. If it's not, then I'm not for it, you know. It's about people. And when I got into the house, you know, before I got into the house, I was having the notion that, oh, everything there is patriotism. everything is about Nigeria, everything is about the country, but it's not like that. You know, it's not, because when you get there, people start thinking about themselves. There's so many selfish interests out there, and when you define politics, they will tell you it's about bringing diverse interests, you know, together. A permanent friend, no permanent enemy. All those things that allow them to do what they're not supposed to do, they will tell you. So to me, I felt it had to, my representation must bring a positive difference to my constituency. And I was happy that I was able to do that.
So
you know, when people say, oh, what did you do? Why you were in the house? I've said it over and over, and I said, okay, I was the one doing it. Go and ask those that benefited from it. They will be able to tell you better. Because when you are asking the person, there's a possibility that you'll be saying what you did not do. But when you ask the people, what was it like when Honorable MULIKAT was in the house? What was she able to do? Then you can talk about that, you know. I always want to be forward-looking. I want to talk about the future, what I should be doing, and all that kind of thing. So it's like I said, if you are in any position at all and you are not able to touch lives, you have failed, as far as I'm concerned. Lives, no matter how small, and those lives you touch also will touch other lives, and it will, you know, continue like that.
That's very inspiring. So in a nutshell, what actually inspired you into politics to be able to give back to your people, to develop your state and your constituency?
And my constituency,
that's
yes.
Very inspiring.
And even to touch people around me, my friends, anybody, you know, that I'm able to help. Okay. Because, like, you know, people always say this life is very short. So, and there's, it is rare to have the same opportunity over and over again. So when you have the opportunity to do things for people, why don't you just do it, knowing that you are not going with anything anyway at the end of the day. So that was it. And that also led me to registering my own foundation, where I could do more, you know, for the people. Because once, as a politician, yeah, your projects out there, everybody will benefit, whether they're your people or not. But now there are categories of people that also need special attention. So with the foundation, I'm talking about orphans, like widows, you know. As a politician, when you are doing things, except you are doing some sort of empowerment, you don't categorize the beneficiaries. So you just do things. You are doing a borehole, a health center, anybody will go there, everybody will go there. But these people have special needs, you know, that when you now concentrate on them, you are able to, you know, lift them out of poverty. I just feel that everybody should be able to have the right to live, and also live well. At least it doesn't have to be well, when I say well, but at least substantially you are fine. That's it. And so, especially for widows, because if you lose your husband, we know what happens to widows in this country. Some of them cannot even feed the children, talk less of sending them to school. But when you're able to just start them up on something small, they'll, you know, they'll see that life is worth living, and they will do. And you never can tell where those children will get to in life, because we've seen the poorest of the poor being presidents. We've seen children who came from nothing becoming everything. So you don't look down on anybody.
So is the foundation still running?
Yeah,
is it still there?
It's running. It's running.
Is it just on women or families, or just special needs?
No, it's not. That's it over there.
Okay.
It's not on women. You can see orphans, widows, less privileged.
Oh, okay.
Education for me is key, because I think education is what afforded me the opportunity that I have today. So education is key. We do scholarships. We'll just try to you know, help them with their fees, because once the fees is settled, then your education is not, you know, stopped at any point in time. Yes.
So this is for your constituency?
In my constituency, yes, but it's open to, we've helped people from Rivers, Delta, and I don't know them. Wow. And we funded their school You know, all we need is that your GP shouldn't be less than, we started out with 3.5, but later we put it at 3. So 2.2. The minimum you can get in school is 2.2. If once you fall below that, then we stop. You know, so that encourages them, you know, to continue to do well, you know, in school. And you have to submit your results before we give you the next. And we confirm the result that it is genuine with this falsification of results all over the place. So we do all that. But the activities we've slowed down a bit because of the corona. I've not been able to go home since. So we've not really, actually today I was to interview someone for this, you know, for our office here in Abuja, but she just told me she got caught up in Lagos.
That's very impressive, very interesting. Touching lives, giving back to the society. That's very good. Thank you very much for doing that. I'm always so excited because, like you said, your focus is on women, families.
No, it's on everybody really, because I believe whether boy or girl, you know, that's my own. Just catch them young before even the adults, the farmers, the big men too. I mean, those who are older. Anybody that needs help, you know, you never can tell, you know, where you get to. Anybody that needs help. It's Jokodolu Foundation is there.
What's the name of Jokodolu?
Jokodolu is just literally sit and await wealth in Yoruba, but that's literally. Okay. But it doesn't mean that you are sitting and waiting for wealth anyway. Yeah. Or fame or popularity, sit and await. You know, just something good that comes your way. That's it. That's our family name. You know, in the Yoruba land, you have family compounds. So when you go to my place, you say you want to go to Ile Jokodolu house. That's so they know it's synonymous with me. If you say,
Okay, that's very interesting. Congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you.
So let's go into when you were in the House, when you were the majority leader in the House of Representatives. How were you able to handle politics in the men-dominated, you know, House? I mean, as a woman, you know.
Yeah, I just believe that whichever position or wherever you find yourself, you must put in your best, and you must study the environment before leaping. You must know the people you are dealing with, and also mutual respect, for me, is key to any success. If you respect the people around you, they will respect you. It wasn't an easy task becoming the majority leader, because most of them didn't really want me to emerge as majority leader, but the politics at the time, you know, threw me up as the majority leader. Having contested speakership and lost, the party just felt, and then my zone, the Southwest, would have been left without anything if I didn't become the majority leader. Even though there were other people from the Southwest, but they felt since she contested, she should be and then we arrived at a consensus, you know, for that. I'm a woman, I'm a mother. I have brothers, and all my colleagues there are not different from brothers to me, you know, and dealing with them, I just had to be myself. I didn't have to pretend, you know, to say, oh, I'm this. No, everybody knows that I'm someone that whatever I think of you, I'll say it. Whatever I think of a situation, I say it. I bear my mind. And if I'm not happy with you, if you walk through that door, you know that, oh, she's not happy with me and all that kind of thing. But above that, I took my job seriously as the majority leader, stabilizing the House, you know, bringing the members together, trying to do things that nobody has ever done before. In terms of what endeared me to them, I was giving birthday cards to every member. Once is your birthday, I will send, I'll personally address it to you, which maybe nobody else will remember. I was giving lunch 3 days a week. If we were sitting, there would be lunch in my office. And you know, a lot of men love, especially the northerners, lunch. They like amala and all that kind of thing. So they will bring the food, well-prepared food, 3 course. People will sit down, eat on me. And they will, some of them will enter my office. Leader, how now? Before they go and eat. Some will eat and then come and, So it brought them closer to me. And they, a lot of them did not really know me in my first tenure. They didn't know the kind of person, that I am. And some were saying, oh, she's arrogant, she's proud, they had all kinds of description. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, like we had our valedictory when we were leaving, and I said it there. I said before I became house leader, I'm sure maybe just a quarter of the house knew who MULIKAT AKANDE ADEOLA is. But today, I can say I'm the toast of the house because everybody, and they treat me with so much respect, whether within or outside, the chambers. And I was always on hand. I was doing my job without any discrimination. I was, even though when it got to party politics, we played the party politics, but generally, I was in tune with most of the members, at least those who were always coming to the majority of them knew my house. They will come for one thing or the other. So it's and I didn't see myself as a woman or a man. I just knew that I was the majority leader of the house, and I had to do what I work smoothly. That is it. Of course there were issues. There were a lot of problems here and there, but by God's grace we were able to weather the storm and all that.
I'm very touched by, I think I'm going to borrow that you usually prepare
food,
food
and I am someone who believes, awesome. I fear God a lot. Wow. I believe that there's nothing possible without, God's hand in it, or without the fact that God has already ordained it. So I was able to put the speakership behind me. If God wanted me to be speaker, he would have made me to be speaker. So I will not, because of that, continue to brood or fight the person. No, I'll just move on with my life. And then in doing anything, I'll also put the fear of God. How do I treat my fellow neighbor? I want to be treated that way, so that's what I have to do. There are certain things you just I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying that I can do everything the way you can't satisfy everybody, but it is only God. For me, it is only God that is the considering factor. That is me. Once I know I've satisfied my conscience, you can say whatever you want to say. So, and I think, that is the way to go, because if somebody talks about you today, another one thing, you are bothering yourself. I don't even bother myself about what people say. If you have any issue with me, come to me, then we'll resolve it. If it's true, I will tell you it's true. If it's not true, I will tell you. And if I tell you it's not true, just believe it. Rumors, they peddle a lot of rumors, in politics. They say a lot of things that are not true. So if you want to believe them, I won't even come to you and say that's not. But if you ask me, I will tell you, what is the correct thing. And you won't find out tomorrow that, oh, she lied. No, I don't, because I don't want anybody coming back to me to say, oh, you said this and it's not. Such things. These are my character traits ever since I was a child. So
you're very open.
I'm very open.
Because people have this notion that politics in Nigeria is bloody, is dirty, so most of us...
I don't know. That's why I tell you, a lot of people say, what are you doing in politics? When they get to know me, they'll say, no, you shouldn't...
Get into that position as a woman.
No, that one was just the grace of God, like I said. It was what God wanted at the time. But there are certain things I won't do. That's it. Whether, even if you have to give me the whole world, then you can keep it. There are certain things I won't do. If they say politics is bloody, I've never asked my supporters to lynch or beat up anyone or do. No, they know I abhor violence totally. Don't even come near me. And if you are my supporter, if you go and fight, you're on your own. Because I will tell you, I'm not part of this. I don't hate speeches, no. I don't utter vulgar language when I'm campaigning. I campaign on issues. I don't care about what my opponent is doing. I just do my own and let the people, choose. So I think that's the way to go. But you see, majority don't do that. So that's why people keep saying, oh, politics is this, politics. Nigerians still, a lot of them still think today that a woman who is in politics is a prostitute. Or a woman who is in politics is sleeping around, or you need to get there. You need to know the people first, and once if she's a married woman and the husband agrees, who are you? Whatever you like, you can say. You see, that is it. The only thing I say is, if you know you have skeleton in your cupboard, don't join politics. If you can't stand it being exposed, because I'm telling you, no matter where it is hidden, it will come out. So if you are the type that once they say, oh, her father did this, her husband did this, and you want to die, then you are finished. Because they will use that thing until you go under. You will run aground. You will not come out again. So anything they want to say, me, I always say, please give them the opportunity. Let them ask questions. There's nothing they will ask. Yeah. I don't know whether, that's why I say it has been the same MULIKAT all the way. Yeah. I've believed in the same values, so you can't come up now and start saying, oh, this. No. Anything you ask me, I will tell you what it is, Okay, I'll tell you what it is. And I'm also different because I can tell you I pick all calls. No matter who,
because no
matter who is calling me, and this is not because of anything. When I started having children, it's possible somebody will be calling you that your child is in danger and you are not picking the call because you are running from some people. Me, I pick my call. If I don't want to talk to you, I say, why are you calling me at this odd hour? Or, okay, I don't have what you are calling me for. They believe I'm very brash. I'm open. But that is the way. That is what keeps me going. So if I start lying today, if I lie to you today, I'll lie to her tomorrow, I'll lie to him tomorrow. There's no need. If you call me and you say anything, I'll say, okay, I don't have. If I have, I will tell you. And when I make a promise, I keep it. That's why I'm different. If I tell you today, Helen, next month, September, I will do this for you, go and sleep. I'll do it. You don't have to remind me.
Wow.
So these are my own values. These are things that I treasure. And I look out for those things in other people. But they're hardly there. That's why you see me, I'm so annoyed when I give you an appointment and you don't keep. Like this guy who came now. I told him, but I gave you 4 o'clock. If it's not that he was traveling from Kogi to Russia, I know that the traffic, I would have told him, make it Friday. I'll just throw the thing out, because these are things that you need to do that will make you a better person in life. So if you continue to say, oh, because of this person, no, I don't do things because of, I just do what is right.
That's very
so
good to know. So my honorable, looking back as an honorable member, would you say you are fulfilled by your achievements in the house and the things you were able to do while in the house of person?
There's nothing as fulfillment, because when you are fulfilled, it means you stop there.
Okay.
Like I contested for Senate this last election. I felt I could replicate what I did in my constituency in a bigger constituency, which is the senatorial district, which had 13 local governments. Wow. My former constituency was just 3. So you can imagine I added 10 onto it. So if I had gone to the Senate, I would have done the same thing, because it's the same MULIKAT. It's the same values that I have. It's the same touching lives of people and doing things for the community. That is what I enjoy doing, and I would have been doing. So if you say fulfillment, no. All I would say is that I did my best. Okay. So some people might tell, oh, she did very well. Some people say, oh, what did she do? I did my best. I did my best in the circumstances and within the time I was there, 8 years. So if you're talking about fulfillment, by the time you say I'm fulfilled, it means you are not doing anything again. You just hands up and say, I've done enough. But who can do enough in this country of ours? We just keep doing it until we get to where we want to, get to.
So right now, women are asking for to be more involved in politics. So are you still in active politics?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so what next for you? What next for Honorable?
Yeah, the same question yesterday. And I said, for me, like I told you, I'm someone who believes in destiny. And I believe in God, that what God wants for me. So I'm not thinking about any position right now. Maybe by 2022, then if you ask me, I'll tell you whether I'm contesting election or I'm not contesting election. Like I say all the time, you can be in politics forever, but you can't be in position forever. You can. I was in position. The first contest was in 2003. I was marginalized. I I won in 2007, I won in 2011, 2015, we lost. We lost again this last time. I'll say I was marginalized again. I won't say I lost because there was a lot of rigging and everything. So, and it has not changed me. I still go home. In fact, this corona thing has really, I'm not happy about it because I've not been able to go back and forth like I used to, go. Because even just sitting amongst them makes me happy. And they also have missed me so much. They've been calling me, when are you coming home? We've missed you. And I said, don't worry, I'll soon go home. At least now we can see the numbers coming down.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the time for us to go. So, like I said, everything is about service to humanity, service to your country, being patriotic. I might not be the best. I might not, achieve everything. But I know that those values are still there. And this is what I tell people. Even when I'm out there campaigning, I tell them, you are free to ask me any question. You are free to say anything you want to say. And I enjoy being in the midst of my people.
Yeah, I noticed that because I went through your page.
Okay.
And I realized that you have a lot of matured. And I see you in different places. And of course, I read the testimony of people and all that. I felt I was going to ask you, how were you able to? Because
over time
what
now,
I saw,
20,
it was really real.
20 years now.
Yeah,
more than 20 years.
The closeness with your people, it was real.
We eat corn together, we eat groundnut together. I sit and they're all seated, and anybody can just come in, just talk. Like I told you, mutual respect is all people need.
Yeah.
When you appreciate someone, the person too will appreciate you. Somebody that you appreciate, why will he put you down? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and they know because when I first went home to start politics, we had issues because they didn't understand. They thought I was also the ordinary politician. But I had to let them know, that there are ways of doing things. There are certain things you need to do, some finesse you need to put, and then especially the women. I mentor them a lot on so many things, talking about these people. Like Salah time now, I was very unhappy that I couldn't go home. I had to do a Zoom meeting with them.
Oh,
and
you did Zoom meeting with them?
Yeah. A lot of them were just coming up because I said they should connect it to a big television, and everybody was seeing me, greeting me, Alaja, you must come home. They had to cook for them, packed it. They were giving everybody in my family house where I sit on every Saturday. So they were there, and they really appreciated that. They were very happy. They said, this is new thing. We've never seen this before. I said, don't worry, So I just needed to see. I was in my sister's house for Salah, but I was just not myself until after I've spoken to them and I heard that everything went well. I said, no problem.
That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, Honorable Man. I'm going to bring out a quote from what you said in your book. You wrote in your book, Speakership Contest, and I quote, you said that the slopes is much slippery for women who they venture into partisan politics, not because they are not strong enough, but because they are more vulnerable in many ways. Now my question is, what are these slopes and vulnerabilities, and how can the upcoming women who want to venture into politics, how can they learn from, what can they do?
Yeah, the slopes, because the men started a very long time ago.
Okay.
They see us as competitors. They don't see us as development partners. So they are ready to just push you, like that. Nobody wants you to take up their position. And that's why when they keep talking of affirmative action, it's so difficult, because they will tell you, oh, it's against the Constitution. The Constitution says freedom of this, freedom of that. But you see, that is being unrealistic. And then they can set you up. They can do anything. There's a lady, as of today, she's trying to, take up a seat in the Senate from Lagos State. Okay. This woman has contested for this position 4 times. She's been a party member as long as PDP started. She has done so much. Is it not enough for them to say, oh, she deserves it? No. But even when those you sit with, as long as they are men, they will drop you without any thought and for another man.
What is this? What is the problem about?
No, the thing is, okay, look at a lot of women will think of where they're coming from. They will think, of their own children. They will think, oh, if I don't do well. I believe that every woman in politics must be a shining example for other women because we are at a disadvantage. And that's the vulnerability. Okay. At any given point in time, you, a woman and a man, you are struggling for something, they will give it to the man. Even though the PDP constitution says, oh, where the last two, male and female, give the woman. It never happens like that. Oh. It never happens like Don't sleep, don't close your eyes until the ticket is in your hand. And the same thing out there, even in contesting election. If they rig out a woman like they rig me out, and for somebody like me, honestly, Helen, I won't do anything untoward just because I want to get that position. Because tomorrow, you cannot do it on your own. Somebody will face you and say, oh, but you bribed, oh, you did this, you asked us to go and steal. There's nothing you do in politics that doesn't come out. No, I won't do it. So if it will now be me that I would decide, oh, I've tried my best, let me leave it. But what is driving me does not allow me to say, let me sit back. I still believe that I must show these people how to govern, how to represent, how to do things better. And I'm thanking God today that in my constituency, if you go to them, they will tell you she's the best person who has ever represented us. That alone is a win-win situation for me, So the slopes are there. The men, even when you eat and dine with them till 4 a.m. in the morning, don't close your eyes, because tomorrow you just hear they remove your name, they've put somebody else's name. So there are so many things that women are against so many odds, in politics. Is it cultural? Is it marriage? Is it the society? They're not favoring women, but few of us who are out there, they're still discouraging us by what we face there. I've been in PDP since '98. I've never changed party.
That's enough to...
Yes, for them to say, oh, meanwhile, these men jump ship anytime, any day. They come back and they are still getting this position. So, one is about money. Two is about, oh, she's a woman, she can't get it. If she gets there, she will do this, she will do that. Because they know a woman will strive to do better. And they don't want to be compared. Oh, you see, the woman even did better than you. All these type of things. Then harassment is there. Even though I keep saying it, nobody has ever harassed me, whether sexually or otherwise. No. Nobody will say, oh, you have to do. But a lot of women face that.
Even in the politics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
They face it. A lot of women face it. So, I just do my thing. Maybe they see that, oh, this one is just, So, and I know my rights. I know what I want. Yes. So it's not about somebody pushing me, and nobody is telling me go and run. I'm the one saying I want to run. This is what I want to do. So there's so many odds facing the women. When the man will start giving 20, 50,000 to electorates, where will you get the money? Some women have it too, but very few. Very few will do. You spend all that money at the same time. See what they did to me in my senatorial now. With all the money that I spent and all the hard work.
So when they spend such money, now...
they go back there.
Exactly.
But for me, like I keep saying, I will never borrow money to do contest election, no. And I always plan. I'm someone that the money I will spend by Sunday, I already know this is what I want to do. I plan what I want, and once it gets there, that's all. We'll be looking at each other. Yeah, because if you don't do that, you will even end up, you will come out, you won't have anything. All what you took in there, plus even what you were getting, your own money and everything. Unless you are ready to go and beg. So you need to plan. You need to plan your life, and you need to know when to say it's okay.
It's okay.
There's nothing about pride there. You need to say it is okay. No, I can't. If I didn't have the money, I would say, no, I'm not doing, because I don't know. People will promise you, oh, don't worry, we'll contribute to your campaign. You won't see a kobo till you finish. So why will you rely? Just plan within your available resources. And once you've tried your best, that's all. And don't take the money that you are meant to pay your children's school fees to go and gamble with, because it's a gamble as far as I'm concerned, you know. So.
Okay, Honorable, thank you, Ma. So I'd like you to, an advice for women who, I mean, a lot of women have, some of them are giving up, some of them are not sure of what next to do. So what advice? You're a mother, you're a politician, you know, and you're a performer. I see you as the unstoppable woman. So what advice do you have to young women out there?
I keep saying it, consistency.
Okay.
You have to be consistent. You can't step in today, you get scared, you leave, come back, no, because you will still go back to the starting point. So consistency wins. If you are consistent in whatever you do, not just politics, when you are consistent, people will know, just like they know me now, people will, oh, she's this, she's that. In fact, recently people have been calling me, oh, they say you've gone to APC. I said, is that news? I've gone to APC when I didn't go since. When I should have gone, left the party, I didn't leave. So what will take me to APC? And what's the difference between APC and PDP? You know what I mean? So they are both political parties, and they are all vehicles that can take you anywhere. And then, you see, being in a party, the kind of people in that party are the people you want to associate with. So there is no way I will leave PDP and say I'm going to APC. No. No. And like I told you, there is nowhere you are, any position at all. Even right now that I'm not in any position, I'm still helping people. That is who I am. So anywhere you are, you can continue to your good work. If you want to do it, if you want to do it. Like some people only do it when they are in office. No. Me, I've been doing it even before I became a politician, and I'm still doing it. Touching lives. That is what I enjoy doing. And I'm doing it. See, my campaign bosses. I had 13 local governments. I had 13 bosses.
Wow. 13?
Yeah.
Wow.
One per local. Apart from my own campaign organization that I have my own vehicles and the rest. But these are my pictures. This is for me now. Wow. They are all in my compound in Ogbomoso now. I just refurbished them. I want to give them back to just be using it, because if it's there for the next 2 years, it will spoil. I will pay money.
So you want to use it to empower?
Just give it to them. Let them be using it for the party. If they have meeting in Ibadan, they will go. If they have, they will. At least people will be seeing PDP all over the place.
That's commitment, man.
That's what I'm telling you. But upon all that, they are not seeing that, oh, this woman is priority. No. Because they are selfish. Because they don't have what you have on your mind to do. That is not what they are thinking of. They are selfish. They're thinking about themselves alone and all that. But I want my party to prosper, because that is my platform. If you talk about PDP at times, it's like you are giving me injection, you know. So when things don't go well, it upsets somebody like me. So it's about passion. It's about the thing you love to do, the thing, you know. And you will read all that in my second book that is coming out very soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
I'll give you my first book. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you have to say about the unstoppable women in Nigeria?
Just like you described them, unstoppable. They have to just continue doing what they need to do. But for me, like I said, you must plan. And you must, you see, for you to come out there and say you want to contest, you must know the terrain. Some women just feel, oh, I have money, I know this person, I know that person. They will just jump in and burn your fingers. No, that's not it. You must study the terrain. You must be ready to blend with the people. You must bring yourselves down to their level, or take yourself up to their level, whichever one works for you in your area. You know, you should be, and like I said, respect, mutual respect is very important. And be yourself. There's no lies about it. What are you going to do for us? Then you start telling them what a president will do is what you will do. By the time you get there and you don't do anything, you are a liar as far as they are concerned, and you failed. You know, so tell them the truth. I'm going there. Like me, when I first started, I said I'm going there for the first time. I don't know, but I can assure you that you'll be proud of me at the end of the day. So that's commitment. That is the word. I want them to be proud of me. So it's.
Thank you very much, Helen.